Okay, we're live.
Maybe it's time you came home. I'm worried about you, kid. You never see anyone. It's as if you don't exist.
That's the idea. Psychos can't kill what they can't find.
They're shooting stab 3.
Jesus.
Brace yourself, Gail. You get killed in the script.
I get killed in stab 3? I get killed?
Violence
This is not a good
cinema's
trailer.
big deal right now.
Cue the violin.
Wow.
Hollywood is
I
about
mean, it's just a trailer.
the violence people do to each other.
So if we stop making scary movies, what? All the psychos in the world will retire?
Hello. Hollywood is reeling today.
Cast member, Stab 3 has been murdered.
It's happening again.
If you find yourself dealing with the concluding chapter of a trilogy,
Oh my god.
there are a few things that you gotta remember. Anyone, including the main character, can die. This means you, Sid, you got a killer who's gonna be superhuman. Basically, you gotta blow him up. It's the final chapter. The past will come back to bite you in the ass.
What do you know about trilogies?
All I know is that in the third one, all bets are off.
There's been a second murder.
Someone's killing them in the order they die in the movie. There are 3 different versions of the script.
Hello?
3 different characters die next. And we don't know which one the killer read.
We are not in any danger.
We are not in any danger, says Candy, page 15.
I don't see you leaving.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Welcome to the final act.
It's your turn to scream, asshole.
Hey, here's how I see it. I'm being stalked. Because someone wants to kill me? No, because someone wants to kill you. Starting now, I'll be with you. And since they really want to kill you, they won't kill me. They'll kill you. Make sense?
None.
Ooh.
Oh,
my
man.
God, that's rough.
That's
Yes. Okay, so look, my bad. Okay, it's just a modern trailer. I could have gone either the old trailer from back in 2000, which was gonna be rough. Anyway, hello guys. This is Andreas Pop Culture Guy. I'm your moderator tonight for my channel, Andreas Pop Culture Channel Presents. This is the Andreas Pop Culture Talk. Any forms of podcasts and all that. I'm here with my 2 guests. This is going to be a really special one. First up, let me introduce our guests. I want to say thank you so much from Luke from Franchise Addicts. If you know from last week, I've been promoting the collab that I did with him with the Evil Dead / huge 3-hour talk about just movies, ranking our favorite directors' movies and all that. Please check it out over his channel. Luke, how you doing, sir? Thank you for coming for tonight.
I'm doing great. Glad to be on your show finally, Andres, after you so politely guested on mine. Great job, and just want to keep bringing that same energy to your channel now, man.
Thank you. It was a blast coming over to your channel. It was so fun just talking to movies and all that, and and talking about the greatest sequel of all time, the horror films, Evil Dead 2. And of course, it was fun. Of course, I'm with another great person who has helped me a lot to be a better moderator. Of course, this is Jeff S. True Knowledge from the MCU Bleeding Edge. Jeff, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, it's good to be here, sir.
Yes, I love your DSS, sir. All right, so just briefly, before Screen 3 was supposed to be our second live stream review, but our first one was supposed to be re-Aminer, but there were some a couple things I had to do, so it just didn't make it. So our first major one for this month is going to be Screen 3. So hopefully this is going to be a fun review. And let me just go Red Robin, just kind of get your guys' opinion about this film, and actually your experience about this franchise. Let me start with you, Luke. Are you a big fan of this franchise, Scream? And is this your first time seeing the third film? Go ahead.
So I can't say that I'm a huge fan of the franchise just because I don't watch them routinely, but I am a huge fan of the first movie. The original Scream is probably one of my favorite horror movies ever made, if not my favorite. I mean, it's so iconic. The taking the horror meta element, I think, is just a genius move. But I didn't really continue on with the franchise. I have seen 2 once. I really enjoy 4, but then I haven't seen 5 or 6. And this is my first time seeing 3 all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces from it. So I knew some of the deaths were coming. This movie was, it was kind of a fun little romp. It was, it's 2 hours. It's a little bit longer than I would have liked. But I think the first, in very Scream fashion, the first action slashing scene is pretty good. And I think the last 30 minutes of this movie is pretty kick butt. Pretty schlocky in the middle, but you get through it with enough of the jokes that kind of land and enough of like the meta commentary about Hollywood and stuff like that. That kind of keeps you interesting, even though some of the performances are lackluster and, some of the kills are kind of lame and stuff like that. But I think first 10 minutes of the movie, last 30, really rock solid, and then a lot of fun stuff in the middle.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of like with you on your point here. This is my first time fully watching this film. I've seen bits of it here or there. Like last week, I saw it. I was watching on TV, but I kind of dozed off in certain points. So this was like my first time getting back. Like, oh yeah, and I got into this franchise because of 5 and 6. So I'm a big fan of the like.
I've heard only good things about 5 and 6, so I'm sure they're fun.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna give hints to the audience. Like, briefly, we're gonna talk about like the nature of the film because there's a lot of real life events kind of affected this film, which we'll get into. Jeff, your thoughts on the film? Your opinion about this franchise in general. Go ahead.
I think it's a really, really bad movie that doesn't hold up at all. Like from 2000, you know what I'm saying? Like at all. Like the dialogue and everything, the writing is so trapped in that era. You know what I'm saying? Of like the the post 90s era. Of like movies and television. I had a really hard time trying to like gather in a cohesive manner what the plot of the movie was while I was watching it. You know what I'm saying? I really couldn't understand what the plot was at all during like large sections of the movie. I really had no idea what was happening, really. You know what I'm saying? As characters were just kind of like shuffling in and out for different scenes and stuff like that, I really had no sense of there being any cohesive story at all or anything like that happening where like I felt like anything was occurring, and this is why I just don't get the Scream movies, honestly, is I'm not a fan. I don't derive any entertainment from like what like Scream 3 like puts out or whatever, like in terms of the like Luke said, like the acting performances, are very like just not a great mix of actors in this film. Like not a great cast that like has great chemistry together, or any really at all. That the movie just feels kind of like wooden, and it's so stuck in the Scream box, that when it starts heavily referencing like the first film and stuff like that and everything and going back and all that, like I don't find that compelling or entertaining, really. I just don't. I don't find the characters with the masks and the knives scary, personally, because, like, honestly, they fail all the time when they go to try to fucking like kill people and stab people and shit. They fail all the time, you know? So, you know, say what you want about that, but that's just that's what I see in the films personally. If my take, you know, is that they fail a lot of times when they actually go to kill. You know, I mean, some of the chase scenes like in this movie are rough, but yeah, I was not a fan. I'll be straight up about it. You know, like I'm like I never want to see Scream 3 ever again, ever. You know, like I really don't know what I don't know how they're still making movies out of this concept. I don't know how this is holding up still. Like I'm almost kind of like inquisitive about the new films that have come out recently, like that they're still doing, because I'm wondering, like, if this is what Scream 3 is like, what the fuck are they possibly doing now with these characters, like that's working or something in some way? I just don't get it.
They're doing the same thing, Jeff. They're doing the same thing in every movie, and it keeps working. I don't know, man. Hey, you know, look, you know, it's always, you know, all good and gravy, you know, Luke. You know, I enjoy listening to people talk about you know, enjoying movies, you know what I mean, and you know, and pointing out the positive aspects of them and all that. That's cool. I respect that and everything. But I'm a firm you know, like audience member where I don't buy into the Scream concept at all. Oh yeah, I mean, this movie sucks. Like, it's pretty bad, but there is some like enjoyment to be derived just from. And if you don't like the Scream thing, which is like the self-referential, like knowing they're in a movie type of situation, like it's just never going to work. Like, because that's the whole conceit of the films.
I just watched this massive spider walk across the wall, across from me.
Don't say it. Oh my god!
This massive fucking spider! I swear to God, with like this extra leg hanging off of it, almost looking or whatever.
No. Dude, you're gonna get superpowers.
It came out. It came out, and it walked all slow right across the wall, right in front of me, like 20 feet away or whatever. You know, big ass, like huge wolf spider looking fucking spider.
Oh my god! I think you should kill it now, sir.
Oh no, I'm not going near that thing. Are you kidding me? It's huge.
Okay, never mind. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you for that awesome opinion, and then of course now scaring me to life about a spider crawling out your freaking.
I'm telling you, that thing was massive, massively big.
Oh god, I don't need to think of that. I'll just think of the face hugger, the poster of Aliens. I'll think of that.
I would never want to go over there and like walk over there and poke around and try to find it or anything like that. Fuck that.
Yeah. Audience, use a broom or a bug, like, you know, the fly like stick and like crush it. That's how I do it.
Once spiders, once they find a spot or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna find them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they're once they find a spot, they're gone.
All right, that's true. All right, leave us alone, spider. I don't want to think about that. Oh god. Anyway, thank you everyone for that. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. So yeah, I agree what you're saying, Jeff. You know, I to be honest, you know, if you rank your Scream films in general, the discussion about this franchise, this is the weakest of the 6 films we have.
Were they trying to add like a ghost angle too in the movie?
Yeah, this movie's a mess, man. This movie is an absolute disaster.
Yeah, I think that was they're trying to do, like trying to like you thinking that Cindy is like having this psychological breakdown, sort of. So she's seeing things. So that's what
definitely is. Like,
I mean, she's actually
really has psychosis.
She was seeing real shit. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what it is.
Well,
and then go ahead, Luke.
I was gonna say, Andres, like if we're gonna talk about it, like we can talk about how many times this movie was rewritten. And the fact that it was like written while performing, like all these stuff that's happening in the movie about them complaining about scripts being turned in, like the Jenny McCartney character, she's like,
Yeah.
oh, like there's new lines because there's a new script every single day. That's like meta commentary for what's actually happening in the making of Scream 3.
I believe it.
Writing it as the movie is going.
I believe it. It feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me go into the trio now. So great job, guys, for your opinions. Yeah. So famously, unfortunately, I brought up earlier about real life tragedy happened. So in 1999, you guys should remember this: the Columbia High School massacre happened, and when that happened, I think a lot of studios, with particularly the horror films, were very cautious about how much violence in general we were depicting in that like next films in the 2000s because of that tragedy, horrible high school shooting massacre. And
they were called the Trenchcoat Killers, and the Matrix came out in '99, and they were famously wearing trench coats and that. So yeah, like movies and Columbine got linked like immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, this whole rewrite script thing is a very traditional thing with Scream. I mean, Scream 2 was famously like has so many rewrites, but at least that movie worked. And with this one, it did not work because of it's not really the rewrites. Also, it's also because they're trying their best to try to be not violent. Like, this is the least violent of the bunch. Jeff, I think you would like these Scream movies because they are really violent. I don't know how you enjoyed the gore.
I'm sure they've probably turned up the violence and the gore a lot now, like in the more recent stuff. I believe that 100%.
Yeah, like the first Scream movie is legitimately one of the best horror movies of all time. I'm not just saying that it's good because I like the conceit of it.
I'll fairly say that I can at least find something entertaining happening when I watch the first movie. I'll say that. There, guys, as far as the first movie goes, it's at least entertaining to where you can sit and watch it. That's the big difference between that film and this film.
Yeah, I agree. And so and plus just adding to the situation, it's also the scheduling of the actors, because remember, the two main actors, Cindy, Neve Campbell, and then of course Courteney Cox, who played Gail, they were in the biggest shows, Friends, and what was her show, Party of Five?
Yeah.
Neve Campbell was, and so they were having a tough
Party of Five was way over.
Really? Hold on. Let me check.
I don't remember. While you're doing that, I'll
go ahead.
Kevin Williamson took over writing this movie from Ehren Kruger, who wrote the first two movies with Wes Craven. He didn't have time to work on this film apparently, and so he wrote half of it, or basically a spec script for it, and then this Kruger person took over, and because of Columbine, was told by the studio to make it a comedy. So that's why it is trying to be funny, whereas the older movie, or at least 1 and 2, don't really try to be funny.
Neve Campbell has never been capable of doing humor, and neither can Courteney Cox really. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Courteney Cox is not a very humor full character kind of actor.
She's good at getting made fun of in a humorous way, which was kind of her role in Friends. She's the stuck-up one that they just make fun of for being stuck up.
The humor that comes with Friends, their shtick, is a very certain kind of humor that they emote on that show.
It is humor nonetheless. So she can do a type of comedy, but she's not funny.
She's capable. Yeah, I didn't say she's not a capable television actress. She is.
Yeah. I mean, she's wildly successful, but I do get that. Yeah, she, especially in these movies. I don't even think on the first one she's particularly good. I mean, I'll just come out and say it. I don't think Courteney Cox is a very good actress.
I'm sure she's probably still okay nowadays in a decent TV show. You stick her in there. I'm sure she's fine.
I did want to bring up, since we are talking about the fact that these people are in TV shows and stuff, that this is kind of Scream's thing, is they get successful TV actors to be in their movies so they don't have to pay quote unquote movie stars.
Oh yeah.
That's why the Drew Barrymore thing in the first movie is such a crazy, awesome twist. because she's literally the most famous person on the poster. But like Scream just does it over and over again. They just get television actors and just put them in the movie. It's kind of the slasher thing. So it's why everyone is like not movie acting quality, because they're TV actors. Like I was literally going through this movie and like, oh yeah, I remember that guy from Scrubs. Oh, that it's Patrick Dempsey from Grey's Anatomy. Oh, it's
honestly
that show.
I have to point out, Luke, too, that like every cast member of Friends got their little like bubble of film like focus like in the film industry, you know, because of the sets of Friends. They all got it. You know what I mean? They got like, you know, a bounce off of it in film. You know what I mean? That did whatever with that. That you know, which was not much really. Most of them, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, Courteney Cox in film I've never really felt has ever been a really strong film actress personally.
I mean,
with a lot of like successful roles out there like that are known.
She got 6 Scream movies made. But yeah, she's not in any of your favorite movies.
Yeah,
I've seen her do some side character work in films before and be positive and be like a good part of a film. I've seen that work before. I have, you know, with her. Just not all the time.
I wonder, she must have done like, I bet she's in some animated movie that I really like and is the voice of one of the characters. She has voice work for stuff.
She did less film than anybody out of the cast, honestly. Like
Aniston did the most.
Even Lisa Kudrow did more film. Like honestly, I think that
Kudrow's a good actor. She's an Easy A. She's really good in that movie.
Yeah, I think honestly, a lot of people thought coming off of Friends that she could actually break out like out of that group. You know.
So you're speaking of animation. I checked her Wikipedia. She did one animation, which I remember as a kid. I mean, you guys probably not know this, but it's called Barnyard, a 2006 film by Pictures.
When did that show end?
Party of Five started in 1994 and actually ended in 2000. So this all
right. So right at 2000 it ended. Okay.
Yeah, so she was very busy doing that, and
they kept that show alive. I don't think it was all that popular by the end. To be honest with you, I don't think it was that good of a show.
Hey,
I have reclaimed as of late.
I haven't seen this show, so I cannot speak for it.
I haven't seen it, but critics have reclaimed it as a important show now.
All right, okay. I'm just here because like all 5 siblings lost their parents in a car accident. I'm like, okay, and San Francisco, of course. But yeah, I think you guys are on point. And so you got that, and then just briefly, we'll discuss more into this. Out of the killers, as everyone knows about the Scream franchise, it's not a same killer. It's always going to be a different killer. Of course, recently we actually went up in 6 with 3, but this movie,
this is the only.
This movie, Scream 3, is the only one out of the bunch that we only have one killer, and that wasn't the design. That was another rewrite where it was supposed to be 2 killers, as usual, and that's another big issue I kind of have with this movie. When we get along, is the whole just Roman doing all this doesn't make a lot of sense. Like when you have an accomplice, it makes a lot of sense.
I didn't feel like the bad guy or the villain really had any motivation even really in the movie. I didn't even feel like I understood why he even wanted to kill anybody.
He explains it all at the end.
Yeah. It's just it's like
he explains everything.
Yeah, he's this like lost, like he's the stepbrother of Cindy. Yeah, and like
Cindy's mom got around town.
Yeah, got around town, and like okay, I can believe like it's that situation with trilogies like Spider-Man 3, like right. You remember in Spider-Man 3, they tell us that oh no, Uncle Ben's murderer is still out there, it's Sandman. I'm like, really? Like now you're telling me this other information, or like of course famously Batman 89, you're telling me the Joker killed Bruce Wayne's parents. And it's like, no, you can't, like,
Just real quick, I just want to shout out and point out that Tom Holland's Spider-Man 3 is a seriously overrated movie.
Yes.
In general.
Me and Luke talked about it in the 3 article.
Yeah. Totally overvalued. It's not even that good.
Yeah. Even that movie also, they tell us, that Aunt May did the famous, great responsibility. And it's like, no, don't do that. Like, oh, come on. Anyway,
you guys, as a franchise addict, third movies, hard to nail.
Yeah, hard to nail.
Very hard to get right.
Yeah.
Die Hard, nailed it. Star Wars, really good.
Really good, yeah.
But other than that, third movies suck.
Yeah. Goldfinger, I know this is a very old, James Bond. That one is really good. I mean, it helped,
Skyfall is technically the third of the.
If you have a decent Spider-Man playing Spider-Man, it's not hard to make good, entertaining Spider-Man films over and over.
Jeff doesn't like Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Oh no, I like Tom Holland.
If you don't have a good Spider-Man,
I think if you saw my ranking, like my Infinity Saga ranking, like my top 10 and everything or whatever, you'd see that I have the first Spider-Man film in my top 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah, Andres, I have Spider-Man 2 as one of my favorite superhero movies.
Yeah. I think what Jeff is saying, how the 2 Batman movies are not good. But Michael Keaton is a great Batman. He's not a good Bruce Wayne. And where Tom Holland is a really great Spider-Man. He is a great Spider-Man. He really embodies that character. Without him, those 2 sequels, Far From Home and No Way Home, is not enjoyable to watch if you didn't have a great actor like Tom Holland.
Okay. You're saying he carries the movies.
Yeah, exactly. He carries the movie. And that for me is enough to say, okay, I don't No Way Home as a lot of people, but I appreciate Tom Holland's performance and what he does as Spider-Man.
That's what I think about the first Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, same here. I love Andrew Garfield.
Winning as Peter Parker, it's just incredible. He's awesome. But then the second movie happened, and then just shot.
Yeah. Sad time. I love Andrew Garfield.
To this day, I still think that the first film is the best one out of the 3 they've made so far.
Yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming. Yeah, me too.
It's just a very, very, very good overall complete film.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It has every sort of MCU intangible that you could kind of want to have in your MCU film back then. They had it.
Tony Stark's in it.
Yeah, all the elements are there. You know what I mean?
Doing his thing.
Yeah. They've inserted Happy into the movie, into the film, and all that right off the bat, right?
Have you guys ever talked about the fact that how is he dating
Aunt May?
Aunt May.
Yeah.
Not a fucking chance. No way.
Yeah, I mean,
who cares?
He's all the movies. I don't buy it.
It's having. Look at just having a young Aunt May to begin with. That concept is so
chaos on the streets, Jeff. Young Aunt May is tough for us out here.
I mean, honestly, the comic books that I read when I was a kid, Aunt May was old as fuck.
I know the first movies. It's Forrest Gump's mom.
Aunt May is old and frail as fuck in the comics when I used to read them.
Yeah, I mean, I know they were basing it on Ultimate Spider-Man, right? Because she was she young in Ultimate Spider-Man? I don't know. I just
I think it was a pure Marvel Studios decision to go in that direction with that character. Yeah.
I understand that they're trying to be realistically for Aunt. I get it.
To them it was great casting because they got Marissa Tomei to do the role, right?
But I mean, there's 16-year-old kids out there with 45-year-old aunts. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I have problems with the Holland trilogy.
I think they wanted to put her name on that role. That was important to them.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with Luke about the relationship. It's so it's such a a running gag. It's Happy like it's like in love with this, and I'm like, I never care about that. That's why I was happy. And
Yeah, it's some of the cheesiness that I don't like about Marvel movies, but they just have.
Well, I mean, everything has changed now. At one point, the way things were working with Marvel Studios years ago, they were the biggest draw in the industry when it came to actors. Like at one point, like when it came down to it, like the top actors across the board, were all, getting calls or whatever, and reaching out, you know what I mean, and talking to Marvel Studios back then. You know what I mean? Like it was just happening, and they were pretty much for a while there. They were casting like nothing but like the A-list and the B+ list type actors in their shit. Like that's all you saw, and you still do.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, we can discuss another time with the MCU. Well, we're gonna get to it in Wonder Man.
It's kind of like Scream 3. Scream 3 tries to just throw a lot of different actors at you.
Oh yeah. Yes, it does.
Well, and just adding another trivia with this because of Neve Campbell's schedule, they were apparently they were focusing on the supporting characters because they didn't have Neve at all with the full movie. If you watch the movie, right, you just saw it today, like Cindy's barely in the film. Like we're just mainly focused on Gale and Dewey and the other supporting characters, and you see that, and that's. I mean, I agree with you, Jeff. It's like,
oh yeah, that character that cannot carry the film, the Dewey and what's her name scenes and shit like that are one of the weakest parts of the movie.
Stop it! Stop.
I'm sorry, but that relationship and all that dynamic, it doesn't work. It doesn't have a lasting.
I love Dewey. I can't get enough of him. I think he's a bumbling, stumbling idiot, but I like watching it.
Yeah.
I think
he's such a winning character. He's a winning actor. Like
that, I think that actor is very likable, but overall, his acting is not all that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was ever like David Arquette is like.
If you give him too much, or whatever, very quickly he gets overwhelmed.
He's a winning character. Like by the end, you were rooting for him again, even though he's an idiot. But he's on.
I've never been able to buy into that whole concept.
Married to Courteney Cox in real life during the shooting.
No, I mean I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but it's cute and all that.
Also, not the most famous Arquette. His sister's more famous than him.
Yeah. Patricia Arquette, who's also in another slasher film I like, Nightmare 3, The Dream Warriors. Yes.
Patricia Arquette has had an interesting career.
She has, absolutely. She's in one of my favorite movies of all time, True Romance.
Oh yeah, she's in that, yeah. And obviously she won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress.
I think she gets naked in that movie too, doesn't she?
Yes.
Because
the first 20 minutes.
Back then, all actresses were doing nudity in their roles.
Yeah, it was very Sharon Stone era.
Yes,
get a blonde, get her naked, and you're good.
It was almost a guarantee, basically. It didn't matter what level of actress you were.
Yeah,
some level of at least softcore nudity was required in the 90s and 80s and shit like that.
Yeah.
With a lot of roles,
Christian Slater in that movie, though. Absolutely.
Oh, he's great in that. I love him.
He's such.
True Romance is a great movie.
Yeah. Did we do a review on that yet, Jeff?
No, we've never reviewed True Romance. No.
Oh God, thank goodness.
Kicks butt.
Yes, I love that movie. We're definitely
that's a weird movie that just worked for some reason.
It was written by Quentin Tarantino. Is probably why it worked.
Yes, yeah.
Really? Was it written by Quentin Tarantino?
Yeah.
And then it's shot by Tony Scott. Who was just the best director.
Oh yeah, Tony Scott's the bomb. Yeah.
Tarantino. It's an incredible pairing that once you know about cinema and stuff to get it, you're like, that happened.
Oh yeah, that's a good combination.
Yeah.
Killer movie.
Yeah, it's a great film. And speaking of Arquette, the sister, she's in right now the show that everyone talks about. My friends talk about, Severance. I heard she's good in that too. And
if you guys haven't checked out Severance, check it out.
No, I've never seen a single episode of it.
It's good.
Yeah. My I was in the Montclair Film Festival. My friend asked me, "Oh, have you seen yet 7? It's like, dude, I don't have Apple Plus TV account. But like, I haven't yet seen 7.
I've never felt the need to sit down and watch any of the Apple Plus TV shows, but eventually I am going to become inquisitive enough to where I'm going to have to.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not missing a ton.
Okay.
I have like one that I really go to bat for, and that's For All Mankind. That's a sci-fi TV show. It takes place in an alternate history of the United States where the Soviets beat us in the race to the moon. And then it's all about NASA going forward. It's super nerdy, but like if you have a like Star Trek fandom in your past, you know, any of that sort of stuff, it really scratches that itch.
Yeah, it's produced by the guy who wrote a couple of the Star Trek shows during the 90s, and he did a little work on Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
And yeah, a really good show, I heard. Okay.
It's killer.
Yeah, it's a killer. It's really good. Okay, thank you guys. Let's get into the recap and and discuss thoroughly about this film. I'll stop here and there to bring in some trivia here and there about like the mess of this movie is. So the opening of this film, we get the
don't do a whole bunch of trivia, sir. Like this is some kind of good movie, please.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a good movie. I'm just I mean, we kind of basically talk. We'll get into the review of The Killer. I'll bring up that one trivia there. But anyway, Eric, I'm sorry, sir. I don't want to bring trauma.
It's okay. I just usually associate trivia with like quality.
Oh, that's true. Quality. All right, yeah, okay. You have a fair point. But anyway, let's get into the opening and just discuss it. But anyway, so as usual, if you guys haven't seen the Scream films, we got the awesome, well, I mean, not this, but like, always the cool opening of Ghostface, like, starting his kill before our main characters kind of know that there's a new Ghostface killer on the loose. So so this is just a kind of tie up to the first two films, Cotton Weary. So just a brief like summary about Cotton Weary. He's this like former framed criminal that was initially the one that killed Cindy, but we get the reveal from the first film that he got framed by Billy Loomis and Stu. But we get another major twist with that now because of this movie that apparently Roman was the one that helped those two to kill, frame Cotton Weary with the murder of Prescott, which we'll get into the end. And Scream 2 is all about his like redemption and like he's trying to talk to Cindy and he got his redemption and he got some success. So now he's this successful talk host, and he gets contact by Ghostface, who deems to know the whereabouts, wants to know about the whereabouts of Sidney Prescott, because in the film we got this reveal that she's like living underground, like completely. She has like locks and all that, which we'll get into later when we get her again in the screen. So, but Cotton refuses to cooperate, and so Ghostface murders him and his girlfriend. I kind of agree with Luke here. I think this beginning part does feel like Scream, like hard edge, like the intensity is really good here. I mean, the sequence is decent, but you can definitely tell they're trying their best to like shy away with the blood because of the studio mandate of not doing too hard on the violence and the blood. But yeah, so after that, killer opening, you want to call it, that's not cool, but Detective Mark Kincaid, played by the Grey's Anatomy star Patrick Dempsey, contacts Gail Weathers to discuss about the Cotton murder. During her time doing this like high school kind of like assembly discussion that you usually get with famous people, like it's similar to what like Sam Neill did in Jurassic Park 3, where he was like talking to the audience about like dinosaurs and all that. But anyway. So, like, it prompts her to travel with him, the detective, to Hollywood, where she reconnects again with Dewey Wiley, working as a technical advisor on the set of Stab 3, Return to Rootsboro. By the way, that's another thing about, just kind of explain more clearly about what Jeff here, basically the Stab films is this, like, inverse, like, in-universe franchise that mimics the murders that's going on with these films that Gail has written as books, they adapted them into these motion pictures. It started in Scream 3. Sorry, not Scream 3, Scream 2, where we saw Stab, 1 or 2 in that movie, if I remember correctly, but whatever. So we're in the third series, where it's based on the Ghostface murders. And here we get, like, all the cast of, like, the Stab 3 that's going to be the major characters that will also follow in this film. And there's only one character I do like, which we'll get into. Let me stop there. Let me start with you, Luke. What do you thought about this opening up to, seeing the cast of Stab 3 here talking? Go ahead.
Yeah, so this kind of does what the first movie does. It is painted with a little bit of hindsight because I would imagine that Liev Schreiber is not as famous in 2000 as he is now. He has become more successful in the movies, but looking back now, he's the biggest star from a just cast list in this, and he dies in the first 10 minutes. And like Andres was saying, he has a pretty big role in both the first two movies, so his death should be felt as impactful just to people that are, fans of the series. If you kind of just jump in on this movie, it really doesn't mean all that much. But if you do have some stock in the movies themselves, it's a pretty big kill. I think it's a cool opening with, you get a cut to car chase with Liev Schreiber trying to hustle back. Cut to the girl undressing, or his girlfriend or whatever, undressing, taking the shower. You get a little bit of the Psycho vibes as the door opens up while she's showering. Is Ghostface going to kill her while she's in the shower, Psycho style? That is also then referenced incorrectly by someone in the movie, I would imagine on purpose, since this is a Scream movie. I believe he says a different one of the Hitchcock's movies. He doesn't correctly reference Psycho. But I think this gets us basically back to how 2, I would imagine, felt, talking about the fact that these murders are being reenacted in these Stab movies. And then some of the comedy of, Dewey being on the set, giving direction and stuff like that because he lived the stories, and then getting, we didn't quite get to it, but then getting introduced to all the actors that are playing the people in the movie, in the Scream movies.
Yeah, thank you, Luke. Yeah, we'll get into the major characters because the cast of Stab 3 is like all over the movie and part of the kills too. They as the trailer we previously saw says, they're dying in the order that the script is saying. Yeah. Yeah, that was funny. For Stab 3, yeah. Jeff, what do you think about this opening up to, the Stab cast where we're getting introduced?
The whole genre of film where your main story in your film is depicting film being made in some way, in a film project being done in the movie, right? In some concept or some way, but that's the gimmick. It's tough. It's a tough genre to nail down, I think. And honestly, they don't start off and launch into it or whatever, in a very cohesive, understandable, easily translatable, by watching the plot, go forward or whatever, right? As you watch the movie, you don't get that vibe from Scream 3. At least I don't. I don't think it would matter how many times I watched the film. There's just nothing really good about the opening of the film, or the setup or layout of the film as they broadened it out and sort of kind of explain the concept of the movie or the story of the movie, sort of half-assedly or loosely. I honestly it's I found it confusing. The story kind of confusing in the audience myself. Right from jump, I was kind of okay, I'm not a massive Scream fan, like a Screamer or whatever, So I don't know the lore or anything like that, really. Like some folks, do. Yeah, I mean, like I already mentioned, just a lot of actors just get randomly thrown at you at times in the film,
Yeah.
and they'll just randomly appear, and it almost comes out of nowhere with some of them. I swear, I saw this one actress that appeared for like one scene. I was like, why the fuck is this actress in this movie?
Because she's only in one scene in the script of Stab 3. It's a joke. It's an in-movie joke.
Yeah.
I get it,
I mean, again, Jeff, if you're not bought into it, like all that.
Hey, I get it. I mean, the Jay and Silent Bob cameos and all that are dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get all, that's all funny and all that. I get it, but hey, again, this movie was made in the year 2000. Let's be honest here. I mean, as much as I like embrace and love and hype up and like talk, great stuff about 90s film, early 2000s film. It did have its, limitations, at times in certain areas, with a film like this, you can't have really bad dialogue, in a movie that has as much dialogue in its scenes as this movie does. Like, you can't have bad dialogue or like not very good writing going on, really, at all.
I could make a really compelling point that they're doing that on purpose, but I won't. That's
cool if they're doing that. Good for them, brother. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like.
Well, I think, like, for instance, like the Parker Posey character is playing a dumb Hollywood actress that just happens to look like the real life person. So all of her lines of dialogue that sound stupid, they're supposed to sound stupid because she's a stupid person.
I just thought she was acting bizarre.
Yeah, she's a stupid Hollywood person. Like, that's clueless about everything. That, like, all of this is like she's living in La La Land, basically.
Like, I didn't realize I was supposed to be getting some kind of like joke, like some kind of like major like mental mind fuck, like sort of like humor or anything like that. Yeah. Like, I never realized.
The mental mind fuck of the movie is that Stab 3 and all of the Stab films have depicted the previous Scream movies events. So like, Stab 1 is about the first movie. Stab 2 is about the second movie because the second movie happened because of the chaos of Stab. Like, Stab 3 is literally the filming of Scream 3 that you're just watching.
I don't think the change of the concept over to like the comedic sort of direction that they wanted this film to go in is a good model for Scream.
No, and I kind of agree because, like, I mean, the humor is like I kind of agree with that. The humor is like hit and miss in this film, and I think like, for my opinion, there's no funny actors in this movie. They did not assign or put in any actually like known to be funny at all actors really in this movie.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah, but that's briefly. That's like in a short cameo.
You can tell that they regretted killing him off in 2 because you need his energy in these movies. And so like you get that jolt for that 2-minute scene where he's explaining trilogies.
But you can't keep bringing that character back
No, they shouldn't have killed him. Is what I'm saying.
That character worked as a one-off.
Well, he's a reoccurring character. He's heavily.
I get that. I get that now, but I'm saying as a one-off, it's a solid character.
Yeah.
Anything else to say about the opening, sir? Before we move on.
That's pretty much it, sir. I mean, again, I just some confusion, and just I mean, honestly, I feel like this movie is fundamentally flawed.
Yeah, it's fundamentally flawed. I do agree with that. Yeah, and I mean, with Jimmy Kennedy's death, I don't mind him getting killed. They don't bring him back at all. Like in the later, like not to spoil it, like we do get like a descendant of his relatives in the new films for 5 and 6, and I like that.
Honestly, I wonder when I watch something like Scream 3, I wonder how the actors were even able to like get themselves motivated to like act like at times with some of this stuff.
I mean, with the costume script changes,
with the dialogue not being very good, and some of this, with a lot of the scenes and stuff like that, like like everything just being all over the place with the plot and the
yeah.
I
They
mean,
didn't travel very much. They just shot it on.
You're a horror movie trying to be comedy this year or whatever, whatever, because of some because of shit that's happened, culturally, or whatever, what I mean, like or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's tough for any film to be put in that spot.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, this guy even was it Ehren Kruger? Like this guy done the worst movies of the Transformers films, and I'm like so surprised he's still making movies, and he did this movie. Which
if they thought that this movie was like funny at all, like I never perceived the movie as funny.
Yeah, it's only funny if you know what's going on, though. Like that's it's like comedy with you have to know a special code, which is lame. Like that sucks.
But I'm usually
hit to have a movie that people that can get into it. But like if you're not into it, then it just is nothing.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think you're right. I think you struck the nail on the head with that, Luke. Because I think if if you just don't buy the concept, if that concept doesn't work for you, right? Like the layout or whatever of Scream with these characters or whatever, if that doesn't do it for you, then it's tough.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll wait till the end for that. But I can make a point that like this is so perfectly a third movie of a trilogy. Like the way the bad parts are the bad parts that are in every third trilogy. Like
I think we've all mentioned stuff where there are certain things that affect this film, like that just can't be like that could happen to any movie, right? The timing of the film with Columbine and all that, and the shooting, the shootings and all that, the timing of it, the limitations of the industry and all that, like at that time in the year 2000, where it was at, I mean, just there's a lot of elements I think that are that you have to look at overall. Again, you already pointed it out, Luke. It's a very long 2-hour long film to be really like not good,
Yeah.
Like that becomes a slog of a movie to watch.
I would have liked 145, like right on the nose. Let's just hit it right there. Like that would have cut a solid 10 minutes out of this movie.
Just seeing a Scream movie be that long is daunting. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, okay, like why is this that long? It's Scream.
Had to get through a lot of killings. They killed a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah. It's funny you guys, just wrap me up, but like, it's funny you guys say this is the longest. It's actually like the shortest of the trilogy, like the second shortest after the Scream 2, because Scream 2 is the longest.
So it's a norm for Scream for
Scream 1. Scream 1, 145.
No, Scream is like 111 minutes. And then Scream 2 is like 120. That's actually full 2 hours. Where Scream 3 is actually like a 1 hour, like an hour long, 54 minutes. It's a bit shorter than the second film. So it's funny.
Yeah. Scream, the first movie is 150.
Yeah, 150. And I don't know how long is Scream 2, but that is the longest of the bunch. But it got tipped off by Scream 6 because Scream 6 is the longest of the bunch. But anyway, just It's funny when you guys say this is like the longest. I think it's just the pacing is really bad in this movie.
I have an allergy to any horror movie that's over like an hour and 45 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
unless it's, you know, an elevated horror, and even then, like, you know, let's be cautious about it. But a horror movie should be an hour and 30 minutes and just in, out, hit me with the scares, don't try too hard on the plot, and let's go.
Yeah. No, I'm 100% agree with that because I don't need these horror movies to be long. Like the country films, I'm surprised how long they are. Oh my god.
See, again, depending on what kind of like horror fan you are, like you may not really get into or buy into the scared part of Scream. You know what I'm saying? Because it's honestly not that scary.
I'm not scared of any horror movie I ever watched.
This version of Scream 3 in the year 2000, is so like not gory, you know, and like
weapons isn't scary.
No, I mean it's a very eerie film, but no, not scary. I mean,
so like that's just never been fixed in horror. Like you're either scared of them or you're not.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's really up to you. Yeah. I agreed. Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of move on here. So I'm reading this in Wikipedia, so excuse me with the order of the sequence. So just bear with me, and you know, let's go from there. But like, so right now we're still sticking with the Hollywood section. Again, because we're not yet with Cindy here, but Ghostface kills Stat Tree actress Sarah Darling, the blonde chick, who's kind of complaining about her role as this like short role that is like 1 minute, and she's
that's Jenny McCartney. She was a Playboy model.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she is. Oh, that's who she is. Okay.
She was a VJ for MTV too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's who
she was super hot on the streets at this time.
Yeah, I remember her in that TV show. Was she in the TV show, the Playboy Hoofner show, whatever it was?
No, she was never a television actress.
Okay, because I knew she was recognizable, but I didn't know that was that actress.
Yeah, that was a blast from the past seeing her.
Yeah, I mean she looks pretty good back in 2000. But yeah, so she's her death causes like halting the film's production, which frustrates the director of Roman Breacher, who is played by Scott Foley. Foley, if I'm saying that correctly. Correct me, you guys. But so the remaining cast, along with Dewey and Gal, are gathered at the home of Jennifer Jolie, who is the Parker Posey actress, who I love. Parker Posey is a great actress. She's in a lot of the Christopher Gust films. She was in Superman Returns as the kind of Miss Tuxmonster role, and she was in Blade 3. Actually, I that was the first time I saw her. Was Blade 3, which is awful.
Blade 3?
Yeah, Blade 3, because she was in.
I thought I was the only person that liked Blade 3.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's still not. Yeah, it's not as good as the first two Blade movies, but I mean, Parker Posey, whenever she's in the film, she makes it better. I have to say, and for me, I know this could be like for Jeff not good, but I think she's the best part about this movie. I think she really elevates the humor. I like her.
Hard agree.
Yeah, I like.
I couldn't understand her character at all. I could not get it or whatever.
Yeah. Well,
do you like Parker Posey and other stuff, Jeff?
Yeah, I think Parker Posey brings like her own unique kind of like energy to everything she's in.
Yeah. So like in this, yeah,
she has a very quirky energy, that certain actors have that she has it.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I agree. She's great.
She's very distinct.
Oh yeah. Like Parker Posey is going to take on a role, and she's going to have her thing happen.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's very good in Scream 3. Like I don't think anybody really stands out as like being very all that effective.
I just think they're underutilized. That's my issue.
Lance Henriksen.
Yeah, like
come on, Bishop himself is the movie, Jeff.
He just felt like an inserted kind of thing. Like I don't know.
I have to ride for my aliens guy. I mean,
look, I agree with what you're saying. Look, he's a great actor, but
throw him in everything.
Oh no, he's great. I love him. For him anything, but yeah, for this role, I was kind of surprised they got him to be that character. But
yeah, they definitely had written him a bigger part, and he ends up being a nothing. Like he's a red herring essentially, because he's the producer that like did the messed up shit with the mom, like when she was first breaking into Hollywood. So you would think like, oh, maybe he's trying to clear his name or whatever. But yeah, he's just a giant red herring, and you get Lance Henriksen to do it, and you're like, do something, Bishop. Come on, save the day.
Damn you, Bishop. Yeah, it's like no, he's not going to be the villain. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, so I think Parker Posey is like the only best thing about like a bunch of these actors, because she has more to do than those guys really. Anyway, so like the actress that is playing Gail, to answer like Jeff, like she not only she's playing dumb, she's also trying to be, because her role is trying to play. She's playing the Courteney Cox character in the movie, so she's like trying to be like not only she's trying to be like she's a dumb person, but she's also trying to be a smart person. That's so weird. Yeah. So like it confuses,
It's kind of amazing.
I know it is amazing.
Make the case that this might be the greatest movie ever made.
Yeah.
By the end of this, I will Jeff, I will have convinced you that this is a secret, one of the greatest films.
No, I don't agree.
I mean, Courteney Cox she's doing she's playing a guy being another guy playing another guy. Like she's three people. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Jeff will go along with that. Anyway, so
I've never bought into her character in Scream ever. Even in the first film, I never connected with her character really or anything like that. Or
You're talking about Neve Campbell. We're talking about Parker Posey.
No, I'm talking
Gal, the Courteney Cox character.
Oh, the
Courteney Cox.
Yeah. Her character sucks.
Yeah, it's just not a great character.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's a little tougher for us to like.
The Neve Campbell role is easier to do,
Sure, but I'm gonna defend Neve for like she is one of.
Oh, hey, listen for her time, Neve Campbell was Neve Campbell.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like she's iconic in this genre. Like
she was in the. I mean, she's in the fucking Craft, bro. She's in the Craft.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. No. I mean,
this is like her best hairstyle too.
Dude, the Craft is fucking is like
they
the
screwed
Craft.
up Courteney Cox's hair and nailed Neve Campbell's hair.
Yeah, I think Nev's hair is good, but I don't know about Gal's. Hers is very.
Oh no, I said she's the worst.
Yeah, she's the worst. Okay, I know. Okay.
So it was funny. I was texting Chris earlier today. He unfortunately couldn't join us. But he was like, "Is Scream 3 the one where Courteney Cox has bangs?" I'm like, "You're right. Yep, that's the one."
Yeah. It's so weird. It's not like they failed to like do the bands here, but like here, this side of the hair was like, okay, they got it right there, but it's weird.
Well, one thing I'll definitely give Neve Campbell credit for is that she seems to have been effective in television and film very very effective. You know what I'm saying? In either way, she's good, right? And some actors don't work that way, but she has that kind of ability. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, I never got into Melrose Place, so I don't really know what her character on that show was all about and all that. But I know that's how she made her name, was off that show, and it was popular. So
yeah, she does a lot of crying.
Yeah. yeah, that is very true. Just wrapping up this scene, like we got during this scene, like Ghostface attacks Jennifer's bodyguard, who is played by Patrick Warburton, who's a great actor. I love.
Great cameo.
Yeah, great cameo. He's very funny. If you see his films, like
from Emperor's New Groove.
Yes.
He voice acts for the Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
Yes, he's great in the Venture Brothers. Yeah, And of course, he played the Tick in the live-action short-lived show. Yeah, he's just such a funny actor.
TV show, like very sitcom-y, lame comedy called Rules of Engagement. He's very good.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, that's a really bad show.
Yeah, it's bad, but he's funny.
But everyone will know him as Putty, as Elaine's boyfriend from. Seinfeld.
He's like classic as Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so funny in that. I always love him.
He was one of the best like secondary, like, standout secondary characters of the show.
Oh yeah.
I recently watched the car episode with George. It's fucking unreal.
There aren't that many characters like that existed in Seinfeld. There's only a handful, that they ever had.
That guy that plays Lane's boss, I never know his name, but he also hosted Family Feud.
Oh, the Mr. Pearman.
He's one of the best voices of all.
He was the funniest boss out of all of Eileen's bosses.
Yeah.
Oh god, I love he always forced her to like go to English patient or whatever it was, and she hated it. I was like, yes.
I always liked it when she was when he would make her like go to like exotic countries to like save him and shit like that,
Yeah, because he had like a mental. Oh yeah, when you say like the whore, I'm like, oh my god, yeah, because he had a mental breakdown in what is it, season 8, and then Elaine had to bring him back because she got in trouble with the company discount or whatever because she was using the money of the company.
It's George with the hat.
Yeah, the hat.
Him purposely leaving stuff at dates' houses so he has a reason to come back.
Yeah.
That's how he gets to the second and third date.
Yeah. Never mind. Let me say this because I was just checking Neve's Wikipedia. But anyway, so yeah, after unfortunately Patrick Warburton gets killed, we got another death of the cast by Tom Prince, this handsome blonde guy who was playing Dewey in the film, playing Dewey in the fictional Stab 3 film. He gets killed in this crazy like gas leak explosion, which was like almost like an action movie. I was like, wow, just continually just hitting home this film doesn't even feel like a horror film. Like it just feels like almost like an action film almost. But yeah, and I'm just wrapping up here. So elsewhere, Cindy is living in seclusion under another alias. As I say before, she's living under the grid, right? And fearing another killer might strike, another Ghostface. And I like this detail. I like what the writers did here for Cindy. She works as a crisis counselor. That's a good, I actually kind of like what they did with her. That is relatable. And for abusive women hotline. But however, the killer uncovers her location, calls her and taunts her with her, with the voice of her, something we had to bring up. Ghostface, all the killers use a voice changer, to
Brian Johnson.
Yeah, for who voiced Mojo Jojo in Puff Girls. I never realized that.
Not Brian Johnson. That's the
Reggie Jackson,
guitarist for AC/DC. Yeah, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, Roger L. Jackson, who voiced the Ghostface, who is famous for me as a kid as Mojo Jojo in the Puff Girls.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh god, he's great.
I mean, also the scream voices,
Oh yeah, and that is also famous as well.
If you want to talk about acting, Jeff, there you go. Voice acting. Roger Jackson as Ghostface, over the phone. It's incredible. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's menacing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's menacing. And so Cindy hears the Ghostface using this voice changer that now changes to other voices. I don't know about that. That's going a little too far. I mean, technology is sophisticated now, but I don't know, that could be realistic at that time. Of using someone else's voices, but we have AI now, but I don't know. That part of the movie, I'm
people have accused this movie of using the voice changer to make this nonsense script that they ended up with make any amount of sense. So it is kind of like one of those Deus Ex Machina things where you just throw into the movie. It gives you like all powers to do everything that you want to do in the movie, and it doesn't make any sense from the conceit.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like, because like it makes sense you just using just the one voice, but then now all of a sudden, and like how the hell like Roman?
You know how insanely powerful you could be if you could just sound like anybody you wanted over the phone all the time. Like half of these kills are predicated on the person answering the phone and thinking it's somebody else. Like that's an incredible power.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Ghostface is just supposed to be some dude in a sheet with a knife. Like he's not supposed to be like an all-powerful being.
Yeah, which this movie literally took it as like he's super powerful.
It's stupid.
Yeah, it's so stupid, as Randy was explaining. Like apparently he's gonna be super powerful.
This movie's amazing, Jeff. I will.
I don't know.
Anyway, so just wrapping up. So like now with this call happened, like Cindy travels to Hollywood, realizing she's no longer safe. Gail and Jennifer learned that Marie briefly worked as an actress in the 1970s under the stage name Renee Reynolds, and apparently she'd been raped at a party held by Stab 3 producer John Bilton. And let me stop there and just briefly talk about that part. The idea of a party held by a producer and then getting assaulted. I just want to bring that up. That's such
stuff.
Like, I can't believe that 25 years later that they really hinted at what was going on with the Weinstein people. Oh, like that's the one aspect I will say about Scream 3. That part was like very true and that became real. And I mean that is happening. That was kind of what was going on during the Hollywood days during that time up to the 90s. So I'm just very surprised they touch on that. But anyway, so Jeff, what you thought about getting Cindy again in this movie, getting the kills of the actors one by one, and the end point is the like twist that Renee the mother was raped by one of the producers in the party, and this is the stunning point is where we saw the cameo for Princess Leia.
The kills are not like valuable or impactful really, they just happen kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because the story is so like not cohesive, the plot is so all over the place that the kills don't even really mean anything at times, because you're not invested in the characters anyway, because there's so many different characters and there's a lot going on. It's I don't know. Like again, like I can't like I think of myself if I was an actor, like I would be like puzzled almost being like making this movie, trying to understand like my motivation or whatever, or like or whatever with my my character or my role, like into the this far into the movie, like the halfway point or wherever the fuck we're talking about here, like like that's still confusing to me at times, like the movie was a little bit, it's always good to see Neve Campbell like back, or like in a movie, that's always positive. But again, like the character she's stretching out like for Scream, like is like there's not a lot of like upward mobility with that character per se. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that character was framed in the first Scream film, right? Mm-hmm. There's not a ton there really to plumb, the depths with her, I mean, I don't know, again, this film's from 2000, during in that time period, that, I like Neve Campbell, she was in some solid movies, You know, she's actually made some shit, you know. I mean, yes, like as far as Scream goes in general, for me, like Neve Campbell is a part of Scream that works for me, you know, like talking about the first film, you know. She's like a +1 like actor for that film, you know, like where she like adds value in her role in that movie. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, with that character, she adds value to that film. In this movie, I guess because like the writing and the directing of the film, and the story, being like so all over the place, I feel like that affects you know, the actor, you know, their performance.
Oh, Jeff, you made it. Sorry. What the heck happened? Give me a minute. Okay, you're back.
I got it, sir. Sorry about that. I'm just saying that I dig Neve Campbell. She's a classic, you know, definitely a treasure. But again, I think that probably any actress would like you know, find it hard to like, you know, keep this this character relevant. You know what I'm saying? 3 films into a trilogy, you know. Again, making a third movie is tough. You know, that's no joke. Like that's a real statement, right? You know, but a lot of ones that have not worked, that have been made, and you know, there's always that exposure out there when, you know, when you take it to that level and you make trilogies and, you know, have franchises and things of that nature, right? Again, you know, I would find it interesting to peep the recent Scream that came out and see what they're doing now, you know, that is still viable or whatever, box office wise, to where, you know, they're still making Scream movies, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, as a fan of the new ones, like the 4th from the 6th, they talked about like the different stages of horror. Like the 4th movie talked about like the crazy horror remix that was going on during the mid 2000s, and then the 5th film, you know, was talking about, you know, now the what you call it, the requel phase, where like we're bringing back the old franchise and like discontinuing the continuity that came before it. Like Halloween, the 2018 film, the new one, was like discarding all the sequels, and it was like saying that, oh, we're the first sequel to the original. You know, that was what's going on with the 5th film. And then the 6th film was all about the franchise, you know, because at that time, you know, 2023, it was all about the studio, it was all about the IP and all like the expansion of the franchise and all of that. So like, you know, these movies were, you know, these movies always talks about the horror nature of like what was going on during that time. Like, you know, Scream 2 was about the sequels, and then this movie is about the trilogy, which either or not worked. But the later sequels, they talk more broadly about what was going on in the horror genre in general. That's why I'm like, I love about these films, is because of that. But anyway, go ahead, Jeff. That's all I have to say.
Oh, I mean, I really don't have much else to say about like that section of the film, to be honest with you. Like overall, okay. I mean, like, you know, again, it's just not, you know, like let's, you know, my favorite, you know, section of the film to watch or anything like that, you know, you know, I mean, the element of the horror, the like the villain or whatever, you know, the Scream people, you know, or like, you know, killer or whatever. I felt like I you know, had a hard time going in, you know, going through the movie like this, you know, this far, like, and understanding what was going on there, like with the motivations, you know, and like what was, you know, kind of happening, right? Right. I was kind of lost as to like what the, you know, that whole concept was supposed to be about, kind of, you know? You know, it's never like helpful if you're confused, you know, like in the audience, you know what I'm saying? That's never positive. So, yeah, I mean, it's just another just another part of the movie, sir.
Yeah, no, I understand. Luke, it's your turn, sir. What you thought about the entry of Cindy in the film and the end point? It's pretty much like the twist that they discovered that Marie was the actress, Cindy's mom's being the actress, and she got raped.
Oh yeah.
Party. Go ahead and discuss about the cameo that we got for Carrie Fisher, which was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming, so yeah, that hit me pretty hard. Liked it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this part of the movie is basically the stock and trade, knocking off people that we think potentially could be Ghostface. So like Tom Prince, the guy that's playing Dewey, you get a bad feeling about him. He says something mean to the Courteney Cox character, Parker Post, or whatever. Like he's a shady enough guy that you'd be like, oh, that guy could be the Ghostface, and then he gets blown up, and you're like, well, can't be him. And then the Emily Mortimer character, same thing. Like she's being goofy with the Scream makeup and stuff, and like trying to steal stuff from the set and all that nonsense. So like then she gets knocked off, and you're like, oh well, it can't be the Emily Mortimer character anymore. So like that's what this part of the movie is doing. I think that's kind of fun because you can tell that they are setting these guys up to die, but at the same time, like you could buy the beauty of this movie for me is that they give every single character motivation. Like you could buy that any of them could be the Ghostface at the end. It just happens to be, the director or whatever at the end. But like you could buy any one of these people being ultimately the Ghostface as, the ultimate retribution for Sidney's character arc. That this movie essentially is. It is kind of crazy that they ended up making like a fourth movie after this movie because
I just want to say I never identified with that at all. Like where I felt like every character could potentially be the killer or whatever. I never felt like that.
So you knew who the killer was the entire time?
Yeah, it's obvious that like Sidney and what's her name, the chick from Friends, her character, they're not the killer.
Well, yeah, obviously I know who's not the killer, but like there's
that's all I was talking about.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like those two people we know and like Dewey we know is not the killer.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say, I don't like feel like that there's a sense for me like when I watch Scream or whatever where I feel like there are safe characters in Scream like the film.
Oh, for sure, yeah, but there's 20 other characters that are have differing amounts of importance in the franchise at the point that they're in the movie. But yeah, like, super heavy-handed on literally having the producer's name be John Milton, which is the author of Paradise Lost.
Really?
Yeah. So wow. Like, and that's the Lance Henriksen character who is like the heavy-handed, like this guy is Ghostface, although him being that old and Ghostface and the stuff that Ghostface gets into and these, tussles with these people, like I don't think a man of his age would last as long. But like, yeah, that's all this part of this movie is doing is it's just knocking off the people that could potentially be Ghostface and ultimately are not.
No, I can understand where you're coming from, Luke. I like it too with those films. Like who is the killer? It's always fun.
It's like Knives Out.
Yeah, it's like Knives Out. Yeah, like any other mystery, who done it? That's what is appealing about the Scream films. They're like the who done it mystery.
Yeah, because it could be anybody, and it always is just somebody from the town. It's like a Scooby-Doo movie at the end. They pull the mask off, and it's whoa, it was you.
It was you. I couldn't get away with it.
I fucking love Scooby-Doo. Like, there's nothing wrong.
I like Scooby-Doo too.
Like, it's really stupid.
Yeah. But I have to be honest, just like Jeff, I feel like out of the bunch, this was the weakest because, well, first that was because the rewrites, and so it was kind of hard. Like, you kind of knew who was the villain. Like, I mean, it was the director. Like, just the way he acted, it was like kind of obvious, but it was weird because just getting because you brought up the actress, the other one that was playing the fake Cindy in the film. So just this is the last.
Emily Mortimer.
Yeah, she's a great actress. She's really fun.
Yes.
She was actually supposed to be the second Ghostface killer, and if you look at the film, is like
it's set up.
It's set up, and like especially towards the finale, like her death, like her supposed death, feels so fake, and some reason during the production of the film they didn't like go through with that, which was weird.
So I was gonna say this. The fact that it's not two, really bugs me, because the beauty of the first movie and having it be those two guys, and then like knowing their personalities throughout the movie, the different attacks make sense that they're different people and stuff like that. Like one's kind of a fumbling idiot, and the other is like way more exacting and like rageful. So like when you get to the end and like they're the two that are ultimately revealed, you're like, oh yeah, that makes so much sense. Whereas like the guy that it ultimately is in this movie, you're like, there's no hints really to it at all throughout the movie. It just like ends up happening to be him, and then he has to tell like a 15-minute long story for you to get why he had any motivation to do anything within the movie itself. So like, yeah, this movie is a gigantic fucking mess, and like sucks compared to like the first two, but you know, it is doing something.
I agreed. I just feel like not having the second killer just kind of ruins the like who done it, because it's like, oh, you know, it's not like Knives Out where like you're thinking who's the actual main killer, you know. It's not like two killers, you know. And I don't
know. In Knives Out you know who the killer is immediately.
Yeah, that's true. They were not trying to invert that in that movie. That's a good point. Okay, let's get back to the recap here, like moving on. So after that, we meet up. This was a cool moment. We get the introduction of Martha Meeks, the sister of Wendy, and she does just briefly. She does come back in one of the sequels, which was great tie-in. That's how we get the twins in the new films 5 and 6. So I really like this setup, and we got here the infamous tape where Sidney and the others see the videotape of Randy, like he made before his death in Scream 2, and he warns them about the rules of a horror film that do not apply in the third film of a trilogy, and that like apparently any of them can get killed, which that's kind of funny. Like that was never a trope in the third trilogy. So it's usually one person that dies in the trilogy. But anyway, so Cindy,
Darth Vader dies.
Yeah, but that's the villain. Like he's a villain. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where Wendy gets this trilogy idea, but anyway, apparently everyone gets killed. This is where you say that like the killer is going to be super like tough and like he's super invincible, which is like okay, you know.
I don't think Ghostface ever put on a bulletproof vest before, because that does make him way more invincible.
Yeah, this is actually the first time they do it, and that the next killers would get like they do use more protection. Actually.
Yeah, what a great idea! This guy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
I would have thought of that probably from the start if I was going to bodily attack people with a knife all the time. Probably with some armor.
Yeah. If I wanted to attack my bully, I'm like, all right, I need to get a bulletproof vest.
Also, Ghostface runs into a lot of doors, so like
that's true.
Maybe put some padding like on your forehead, because like it's run through windows and doors all the time.
Yeah, that is true. So yeah. Actually, he's actually being smart, trying to protect his body fluids and then like his bones. Like he's going like down, like he gets crushed and like gets thrown with these objects at his head. It's like,
well, this guy fucking planned the whole first movie, so like apparently he's a super genius and super manipulator. The dumbest part of this movie.
Oh my god, yeah, we'll get into that. That was really like okay, you know. But yeah, excuse me, sorry. Yeah, after this, we get Cindy getting attacked by Ghostface on the stat tree set. That's actually my favorite part. It's actually her getting attacked by Ghostface, and this like almost like identical like house from her house in the first film. I really like that. But then we get this weird thing. Well, actually, I kind of like it. That's was it? No. Like she thought she saw her mom under that like cloth, and like she thinks her mother is like back from the dead, as Jess said before. I mean, it's cute. It's kind of weird, but like you have to remember, Wes Craven did Nightmare, so like this is a cool way to like do this like tricky thing. Like, oh, is she dreaming or not? But at the same time, it's kind of weird.
Doesn't
But,
have to be in the movie.
yeah, it doesn't have to be in the movie, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of fun for me. But anyway, so like now they're forcing the police to hold her for protection, and this is where I'm gonna wrap up here. Where wrap up this section, but like so Dewey and Gail and Jennifer and the like the remaining cast of like and Angelique and Tarzan or Fox, let me say his last name, attend a birthday party for Roman at his like at the Milton's mansion. That's kind of weird. But anyway, but Ghostface attacks the group, killing the last remaining crew. Here, Angelique dies, but like it was clearly she was supposed to be the Ghostface killer, but still they went through it. I think they didn't think she was like a strong actress to play the Ghostface, but I don't know. Anyway, Kink. Sorry, I lost track here. Oh, so while taking Gail and Dewey, he kills all the cast members, including Jennifer. He takes Gail and Dewey hostage. This is where Ghostface now contacts Cindy and tells her to travel to the dimension, and then Kincaid follows her as well, but he gets not unconscious by Ghostface. And then Cindy is lured into like a secret room where Ghostface appears, reveals himself to be Roman, which was natural. Like it was kind of not surprising that was him being Ghostface. And then we get the twist here that Roman is explained to Cindy, and this is the last part, and then I'll get to you guys. Like he is Cindy's half brother, who is a product of the assault she got in by Milton, who's played by Henriksen, Lentz Henriksen from Alien Spain. 4 years prior, he tracked down the mother down, and only for her to reject him. So like he began stalking her and filming the man she like had an affair with, including Billy Lumen's father. That was confirmed from the first film, and this is where he started the events of the first film. So let me stop there. Let me go back to Luke. What you thought about this twist and all that, and the kills of the last remaining cast members. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said at the start of this, the last 30 minutes of this movie is a lot of fun. All the action that happens in the Lance Henriksen Milton mansion, again, very heavy-handed with metaphors. It's really cool. It turns into like a fun house just because he has so many props and like hidden doors and all that shit. I don't know why, but he's got them. It's fun until like the killer is Roman. Yeah, until he starts monologuing and then like ruining the first movie by saying that he's the one that like convinced Billy to like do this particular way. And it's because he's a director, so he's been like directing these, obviously, with the heavy-handed, meta, stab stuff going on in the movies. But like all the action's pretty cool. I feel like they kind of screwed up the Grey's Anatomy guy. They went a little bit too heavy that like he was Ghostface, and then they didn't really do a lot to like show that he wasn't kind of a creepy homicide detective, because he is mad creepy when he's talking to Neve Campbell, and then she finds that he's got like a binder on her entire life. And he's like, whenever I look out into Hollywood, I just see death. He's like Patrick Dempsey's like the most fucking miserable person in LA. all he cares about is murder. Like, and then he's like hinted at being her future love interest too. And apparently the series continues that. Like, what a weird end to that character. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, like, whatever. It's fun. I think it's cool. And the action in the house is like, it's Scream. That's what it is. It's a bunch of stabbing. It's a bunch of fake dying, turning around. Oh, he's not there anymore. Oh my God, you should have done the final kill. Every single time you're yelling at him, fucking double tap.
Yeah.
And they just don't do it. And then, whatever. But yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. It's funny. You brought up the Mark character. It was funny when, because we're getting a new movie next year in February, Scream 7. And everyone were expecting that Patrick Dempsey is going to return because we got the confirmation by 5th. But 5th confirmed that she's married, she has kids now, and it's the name Mark. It was like, oh, it could be like the filmmakers of 5 and 6 from Ready or Not, like indicate that it was from Mark from Scream 3. But then the 7th film, all of a sudden we got the actor from Community / if you know the actor from Soup and Community.
Jeff Winger is his character in Community. What's his name?
Yeah, I forgot. Like, he's a great actor. He's very funny. He's playing the husband of Cindy in the upcoming film next year, 2026. And I was like, wow. And if anyone knows, I mean, Patrick has the title. Yeah, so it's very funny that, like, oh my God, this is the flame, and this is like the last time we see this character. So, But anyway, good job. Look, Jeff, what do you thought about the last part of the film? Go ahead, go to rents and all that.
I mean, I don't really have much to say overall. It's the villain concept or whatever, never really, pays off or materializes, like in the story, in like in a way that's effective, really. So, it's hard to stay like engaged this far into this movie for me. Just because of like how all over the place the plot and the story of the movie is, I think that kind of I guess maybe for me, I mean them basing the core premise of the film being based off of like them making a film in the movie, this does not like work well for me in this movie. In terms of how they interweave that element into the story or whatever, it's I don't feel like it's a strong suit, for Scream 3 at least. It's not. I think that it's seeing like Neve Campbell doing like the running away from Ghostface scenes, like she looks like she should get killed several times, like where like she's able to get away from the killer somehow, like magically or whatever, and she should just die. She should just like be killed. It's obvious. So like I don't know what's going on with that. She's an OG character, so she can do that, I guess. She gets into a lot of close calls, it seems like. But she never gets stabbed. So which is surprising. You'd think by now she'd be stabbed, at least one time. Having like grown men attacking her with like big knives and shit, you'd think that
stabbed in the first movie.
You'd think she'd be stabbed by now, honestly.
I think she's been cut.
Yeah, she's been cut and hurt, but Yeah, this movie, it's like they're not even trying to. Like, she's very invincible. You know, she's having the horror. She's having the like, what do you call it? The like,
She's got the final girl.
yeah, like the hero protection. You know, vest, whatever you call it.
Yeah, but you're right, Jeff. You're never really scared for her the entire movie.
No, there's no fear at all. It's not like, or there's no horror movie vibes at all. You know.
Yeah.
Like whatever whatever the original Scream, like whatever horror is evoked from that film for people in the audience, whatever they get on that sort of like style of humor, and it finds it scary. They did not have that going in Scream 3. The acting in the original Scream overall, in terms of like the main characters and the secondary characters also, I felt like there was a lot more like chemistry in the interactions between characters, and like it was a lot tighter. The dialogue was a lot tighter in the first film, right? There's no writing issues in the original Scream film. The dialogue is pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, the first Scream like just hits a home run with Matthew Lillard. Like, he's just an absolute rock star in that movie, and like is just a fantastic performer. That, I mean, he's Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movie.
Hey,
like,
listen, I the first time I saw this the first Scream movie, it was literally that Halloween when it came out, at my girlfriend's house, like. Literally, like getting laid, like fucking my girlfriend as a little kid, like at a movie night, like date type thing.
I was 6.
I was getting some pussy, baby.
I was 6.
Look, you got this is the fun part of the live stream, learning Jeff's
And
past.
I did not get Scream back then either. As a kid, I did not get it. Like when I watched the original, I did not grasp like from watching it or glean like what it was exactly that other people were getting from it. At times, you know what I mean. That was sort of how I felt about it. Which I mean. My tastes when it comes to film have been pretty fluid, like, when it comes to like, when I was a little kid and stuff like that. And I first saw a lot of films. And
what's your favorite horror movie, Jeff?
Oh, I don't have a favorite horror movie, but I mean, there's several ones that I like, like there's a wide range of them that I've seen that I've enjoyed. But I don't have a favorite really.
Like, just off the top of your head, one that you've enjoyed in the recent like last 5 years.
Oh, I don't know. I like stuff that's like I like the Nosferatu that came out last year.
Oh yeah, the Egger film. Yeah,
that was really good in theaters.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that. I thought that was scary.
There you go. Yeah, and that's a very stylized, like, cinematic film that, yeah, it deserves to be on a movie theater seen that way, and it looks incredible. This movie looks like Hollywood shit.
Yeah, no, Nosferatu, like really conveys fear, what I'm saying? Like evokes fear in the audience, it's a scary film. The depiction of Nosferatu in that film is a scary motherfucker.
Sure.
He's a bad dude.
Not to be trifled with.
No, he's a bad dude, as far as like your Draculas go, like your Nosferatus go or whatever in film, right? Like that was a hardcore version in that movie.
Yeah. No, I agree.
He was he was a lot more savage as a character in that film
than Ghostface.
No, just as a Nosferatu, as a vampire, as like the Dracula character, you know, of a film. You know what I mean?
Compared to the film from 19
compared to other stuff we've seen, yes, that depiction was like a very savage, you know, version.
For sure.
Yeah. It's a really good film. I agree with Josh.
Now, would it hold up once it gets to Nosferatu 3? Like, that's the real question.
Oh my god.
This is Scream 3.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You never know, right? With any, you know, with something like that, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'd like to believe it would work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if that's the same creative team, I think this can beat this movie. Yeah. Yeah. Anything else to say, sir, for Filani? I think we can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, again, it's always, you know, always positive to see, like, you know, Neve Campbell and, you know, and some of the actors and actresses that come with Scream are great, you know. That facet of it is wonderful, you know. It's nice to, you know, to see, you know, these actors, you know, that from the 90s and stuff like that were, you know, what's really popular. You know, still around, you know what I mean, and doing it and all that. But yeah, you know, that's really mostly all I really have to say. I just you know, it's never gonna be one of my favorite films, and you know, honestly, it's probably not a very good third film, like a very good trilogy overall film.
No. It's been Universal, like the least favorite of the Scream films. But yeah,
it's amazing that anybody would make another movie after this film. You know, like that's actually kind of scary and ballsy.
Yeah, Scream 4 is definitely a better movie over this movie, and they had a lot to say about what was going on like during that time of horror, because you know now horror is different now, but like back then the horror.
I mean, they had to do something, because I'm telling you right now, this Scream 3 movie did not kill it at the box office. Like, I'm sorry, but like Neve Campbell and the chick from Friends never had that kind of popularity in film where like they're big box office draws.
Yeah. Well, so just wrapping up, you know, you brought up the box office. So it did less than the second film. Like the films are really good in terms of profitability, but actually this movie did okay, like did well. It's just that domestically it dropped a little bit from the second film. Actually, the worst performing film of Scream was actually the next film, Scream 4. That movie like only crossed 97 billion worldwide.
This movie made $89 million. What the?
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. Like it. I mean, you have to remember.
Guys, if a horror movie made 89 million, like that's what Weapons is like probably going to be, and people won't shut up about Weapons. Like this is Scream 3. It made 161 worldwide. Exactly.
So it did very well. It just, you have to remember. I think I mean, that's what happened with The Country, the last film that came out this year. It's like everyone knew that it's going to be the last one, which was funny because it's like, no, it's not going to be the last one. But people bought it. It's like they thought that, oh yeah, Scream 3 is going to be the last one, and so it did well during back in 2000. So it's very funny. So it did okay, you know. And the last two new movies actually did very well. They actually made more money, you know, as well. And so yeah, so the franchise is doing good in terms of box office. But yeah, not as big as like, you know, they were typical like, you know.
Scream 4 made 97 million worldwide. Like this movie doubled it. Scream 3, way to go.
Yeah. So like it. I mean, I don't know why Scream 4 didn't do well. I was just thinking about like, it was a long time getting like another Scream, and you know, horror at that time was just different. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, so let's do ratings. Let me do round robin. Luke, let me go with you. What's your rating for Scream 3, sir?
Out of 10? Is this what the scale is?
Yeah, same thing from us. Yeah.
4.3.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a pretty bad movie.
Yeah. it's pretty bad. Go ahead, Jeff. What's your rating?
I'm going to give it like a 2.0.
Okay. Yeah. For me, I'll be generous. I mean, I give it like a 5 out of 10. It's not a bad movie. It's not a good movie as a screen film. I do agree with you guys' points. It's like it's very rough in a lot of areas, but I just don't think like it trying to be safe from the violence just really hurts the film. It's like RoboCop 3. If you don't have like RoboCop 3 was trying to be like a kid friendly thing, but and it was PG-13, right? Fortunately, this movie is rated R, but here's the thing: you need the violence to make like that's part of your franchise DNA.
That's an important point to make.
Yeah, and so I feel like if you take away the violence, it's not your like it's not part like it's not the franchise that I love and care, you know. And so this movie just doesn't feel like a Scream like 101 like film that you saw from the first two, and even the new sequels like they're way more violent and like they're like truer Scream films. And
yeah, it's the Batman and Robin of the Scream.
Yeah, and not in a good way. All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Luke. Was an awesome discussion for a horrible movie, but hey, we made it through. So just to wrap up our this live stream review, as usual, with what I do with Jeff, I do trailer reactions. What trailer you want to go first, guys? You want to do Wonder Man or The Night of Seven Kingdoms? Tell me what you want to do.
Who cares? It's all good. They're just trailers. Just throw them up.
Just let them rip.
All right. Wow, you guys are pretty easy to please. All right, let's do this.
I was squire to Sir Ireland of Pennytree since I was a boy. He charged me to be a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent, and I swore that I would.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Sorry.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then?
The good ones. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
Boys, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters. These men have a name. I'm trading. What chance do I have?
I have no chance.
Falling star brings luck to those who see it.
So the luck is ours alone? I need to fight honorably. But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Within every man, there are many men. So be brave. Be just.
Get up!
Be tall.
Sorry, guys. Oh man, I forgot about whatever. So that's so our first one is Knights of St. Kingdoms. Everyone knows that's the next spin-off from the Game of Thrones universe. Our first one was the House of Dragons. This is my first time watching this. We had New York Comic Con last week, so we got a bunch of trailers came out. And so our next and last one is going to be Wonder Man that came out last week, which was insane. So so let me start with you, Luke. Are you a big fan of Game of Thrones? You've seen the shows, and go ahead.
Oh boy. So yeah, I love Game of Thrones from till the end, like a lot of people out there. So that's not really a hot take to say that the end kind of ruined the whole series for me. In a way, it's not something that I ever really want to revisit as a result of how it was so poorly ended. But what I did was I gave it a second chance. And for the House of Dragons, I was like, I'm going to be prepared because I didn't read any of the Game of Thrones books. So I never read any of the Song of Ice and Fire. But I knew that the House of Dragons book was a single book that they were going to base the entire show around. So in one book, I could catch up and be ahead of every single person. So I read that entire book. And then I started watching the show, and it was so bad compared to what I read that I no longer wanted to watch the show. And I already know what's going to happen ultimately because I read the book. So I will say this show has been teased for a very long time, the Dunk and Egg show, because George R.R. Martin has like the Adventures of Dunk and Egg that he wrote, blah, 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 blah. This, in my opinion, is George R.R. Martin so far up his own ass. Like this won't impact you, in my opinion. Just caveat all this, in my opinion. This will not impact any of like Game of Thrones. It's not going to make it any better. Kind of like Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad. Like it's not going to do any of that shit that you hope it's going to do. It's just going to be knights and all that parliamentary bullshit and whatever. And it's going to look cool and there's going to be some fun parts. But ultimately, you're going to get to the end of it and be like, why the fuck did I watch this? Which is basically what happened in Game of Thrones. Like it was such a fucking slap in the face.
It's only 6 episodes or whatever. I mean,
yeah, but like, so like, it is what it is.
No,
like,
I'm just saying. You're right. You're right. It's just gonna kind of. It's just
that
gonna
trailer
get thrown.
didn't do anything for me either.
Yeah, it's just gonna get thrown out there. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I saw like a quick video explaining this, and apparently, like George R. Martin is like a huge fan of the like what do you call it, that like arena that we see from the previous show. Yeah, apparently he's a big fan of that because.
Have you guys seen the movie A Knight's Tale?
Yeah, it's something like that where we see the knights going through this like tournament, and like he's a big fan of that. And that's why he is excited. That's why he's been talking up with this show. Jeff, what you thought about this trailer? It's first time, and
it's a solid trailer. It's HBO trailer. It looks good. But I think Luke makes good points. As far as like how well the show's going to do overall. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be a Game of Thrones level kind of show. I don't even think it's going to be as good as House of the Dragon.
No.
Like you guys said, this is a 6 episode throwaway shit. They have the IP for it. Somebody put some money into it, so they're making it. And like it'll be what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's HBO's making it, so it'll be a quality television series.
Yeah. Are we reviewing this, Jeff?
Probably, yeah. I mean, just based off the timing of it and everything, yeah, I would assume so. I mean, I think we were going to do it before when it was going to come out in June or whatever. But then it didn't come out.
Yeah. This is my first time seeing this. It looks good. I mean, as Jeff said before, it's HBO. I mean, the quality's there. I hope it's good.
They're always very good at casting too. They cast these shows very well. HBO does.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys like House of Dragons?
Oh yeah, we love House of Dragons is my favorite.
Love it. Okay.
Yeah, I love it.
The first season is really good.
Yeah. So for me, I joined Game of Thrones because of House of Dragon. So I personally love House of Dragon because it's the thing that got me into the franchise. And recently, I just finished the rest of the show, Game of Thrones, with my mom. So
you told me that.
Yes.
Technically, chronologically, you're right to watch House of Dragons first because it happens before Game of Thrones.
Before Game of Thrones, yeah, it helped a lot because my mom and I were like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Like even like Herondale, I was like, oh yeah, it's cool.
You gotta know all the names before, like people that were watching the show from Game of Thrones episode 1 on, like me. Literally day one, watching the show because I had a friend that had read the books and was like, this show is going to be fucking incredible. And it was for 6.5 seasons.
6.5 seasons. Yeah, I agree. And just wrapping up, just clarifying like the timeline for this. So I saw the at Shift channel, great channel because he does a really good job of like deep diving Game of Thrones stuff, and particularly House of Dragon. And he explained that this book series and the TV show is gonna. So it's right after House of Dragon because
they said it right there in the trailer.
Did they?
Yeah, they said that it's 100 years since Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Well, I'm explaining that this is it's 100 years before Game of Thrones, but it's also I don't know how many years after House of Dragon happened. That's why I was trying to
another 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years as well. Just to explain that because we're not going to see dragons.
I could explain it. You guys want? I could explain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have gone with you, Luke, because I'm sorry because
You guys should have me on House of Dragons episode, and I can try and not spoil how things are going to turn out.
Oh wow,
we don't. But we'll go. We don't need to explain House of the Dragon or anything like that. With it,
yeah,
we cover it. We like it.
A lot of houses, a lot of dragons.
Yeah, that's true.
Some are big, some are small. A lot of people with white hair.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of white hair. Okay.
Incest. Double down on the incest.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, the incest. All right. So our second and last trailer is gonna be Wonder Man. This is gonna be fun. So let me do the echo cancellation. I totally forgot about that. So let me start now.
The world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man.
Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
So, you crazy?
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
No, that's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
The guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before? Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next!
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal. Normal, man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you are here to meet Von Kovac?
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news you'll be the first to know, unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
Yeah, that's our Wonder Man trailer. I heard good things about the Marvel panel from the channels I've been checking, and I heard that The trailers for X-Men 97 was really great. Her is going to be a darker season, which is great. And just briefly, our Cindy actress, Neve Campbell, is going to voice Polaris in X-Men 97 season 2.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I kind of like that. So it was kind of cool. We did this review, and like I was checking on her Wikipedia. I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna be Polaris next season. So that's awesome. Apparently, X-Men 97 is going to premiere the summer of 2026.
That's an awesome character to voice.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna kill it. Yeah, and so we got the release. I thought Wonder Man is going to release this year, December, but nope, it's going to be in January. That's nothing new. Like WandaVision premiere here. Echo did. So yeah. So let me go with you, Jeff, because you and I are MCU fans. What are your thoughts about this trailer of Wonder Man?
I don't know what to make of it, to be honest with you. I mean, honestly, like we'll see what happens, but I'm not very high on Marvel television right now, to be honest with you. After Daredevil Born Again, I'm really kind of like, I mean, and that was coming off of fucking Agatha. I mean, God, it's just bad. Marvel television has been Echo, it's been rough. So honestly, like we all know that Marvel knows how to put together and sell a trailer. They're good at it, right? What we saw right there might be literally the only good parts of the fucking TV show right there. That could be it. We don't know. You gotta watch it. So I mean. Honestly, as of right now, the direction they're going with the character compared to the comic book character, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the Wonder Man that from like the West Coast Avengers or something like that from the comics. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like the powers and the power set and like like his abilities as a hero and all that. You know what I'm saying? And fighting crime and all that kind of stuff. Like. That's the Wonder Man that I know and like that that I'm interested in. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, in that trailer, he doesn't even look like he's even a superhero.
Jeff, could you, like I'm a 5-year-old, explain to me who Wonder Man is?
Wonder Man is one of the original West Coast Avengers members from back in the day that got his powers. Or like White Vision in the comics got his powers, right? Like based off of this guy Wonder Man's brain. That's how they gave Vision like a
Jeff, you're me again.
Yeah, so that's it. It's pretty much he's white in the comics. He's not black. So they did a race swap on that character.
Yeah, I'm not so concerned about that. Does he have powers or does he not have powers?
Yeah, he's a pretty powerful character in the comics.
What is his powers?
He's super strong, and he has like like endurance and like a healing vulnerability factor
like
type.
So like a Steve
Your
Rogers.
Your standard superhero, super soldier serum kind of I think with some energy bolt abilities and stuff like that too. Like some energy transfer capabilities.
Sick.
Yeah, he's a very important character in the West Coast Avengers. Like he's the reason they get back Vision, because Vision got killed in I think one of the previous issues, and they used Wonder Man's mind or his energy to like reboot and reanimate Vision during the 1980s. So
he's mostly just strong and has super speed and agility and all that kind of that kind of superhero.
He's another Superman type, Luke. Like
he fights with his hands, you know, like he's a hand-to-hand fighter.
If he were to be stabbed with a knife by Ghostface, would he be harmed by the knife?
He has like that superhero vulnerability factor power, you know.
See, that helps me with the power level. I know a little bit more now. Yeah, I think this, knowing obviously nothing about this character, I thought this looked kind of fun. Kind of a new visual take on some of the stuff. Maybe they're doing this in more of the modern Marvels. I don't know. I haven't kept up to date, but I think the visual style in this looks compelling, at least. Seems like it's going to be, hopefully, like the trailer, edited very snappy. That would be nice to have a Marvel show that like quickly moved along through its point instead of like meandering here and there all the time. But yeah, Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the guy that's playing Wonder Man, I would assume, he was great in Watchmen, which is another HBO show that only was 8 episodes, I believe. And so, yeah, I think he's a good leading man. He just is. And in a great Black Mirror episode also.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, knowing nothing, I thought this looked kind of fun.
I didn't see Watchmen, but I really enjoyed the Snyder film, his version of the team. I thought was very comic book accurate. What HBO did with their show was so different than the actual Watchmen.
Yeah, it's a retelling.
Yeah.
But it's Damon Lindelof. I have a very soft spot for Damon Lindelof. I did a video essay today on.
I heard it was very high level, and I wasn't surprised. Again, it's HBO, you know, so I figured
it's really good, and he has to lead some of the episodes and some of the scenes in that show, so I would feel pretty confident. And then like Ben Kingsley's great. He's funny. He's the Mandarin.
Yeah, I love that they brought up his role in Iron Man 3. Like, was he used to be a terrorist. I was like, yeah, it's funny. I'm very excited for this one.
Heard of Shang-Chi?
Yes, I love Shang-Chi. He's the best thing about that. Him and Morris is like
so this is bringing back some like fun Marvel nostalgia for me. Like I think this might be sneaky good.
Yeah.
Stay positive, guys.
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm different from my co-host here, Jeff, for the MCU, but Bleeding Edge. But like, yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I'm a big fan of Daniel Cretton's work. You know, if you've seen Short Term 12, and of course Shang-Chi, and of course he's going to direct the new Spider-Man movie, which I'm excited for. And I'm really excited for this properly. It's again another show like if you guys heard or like your friends told you about the show, they've been watching like The Studio, or from Apple Plus TV, or the franchise from HBO. Seeing the ins and out of the Hollywood system, it's really cool if it's done right. So the fact that the MCU is addressing like the trend that's been going on, the superhero fatigue and all that, like the fact that they're doing that in this show is kind of cool. Yeah, and I mean,
they're all ripping off Robert Altman.
Yes, the player, yeah, which is cool. And yeah, I'm really excited. I love the actor, the third. He's a great actor. He played Black Manta in the 2 Aquaman movies. He's great in that.
That's Abdul-Mateen.
Yeah, I mean, we do the Mateen, the third, who's a great actor. He's an up-and-coming actor, which is great.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a star.
Yeah, it's going to be a star. And I do agree with Jeff. I do have some questions about, like, if he's going to be the actual Wonder Man character, you know, because...
Yeah, it seems like they're doing a bait-and-switch type of thing.
Yeah, and I'm just looking back on my notes. Like, we have his brother, the Green Reaper, in the show and being cast. So I think they're gonna like make him be like an actual hero, and then I don't know when they're gonna rope him in the Avengers and whatnot. But you know, that's we have to wait and see how this show is gonna be. And really, after Secret Wars is done, like. Yeah, they had to like figure out like, okay, what's the next steps? You know, besides the X-Men plans they have, like what's gonna happen with the other characters they like have after the Multiverse Saga is done. So Yeah, I'm excited. I'm positive. I was hoping this was gonna be in December, but no, it's gonna be in January, so that's fine.
You're only going to get one season from Marvel. That's it. So
Yeah.
like that's all. That's all Wonder Man will be.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah,
hopefully-
I mean,
yeah.
I think it'll be fun. Maybe I'll jump in on that one. I didn't end up watching any of Marvel Zombies. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
It's okay. It's nothing spectacular.
Yeah, it's your typical horror zombie show that's using Marvel's characters, particularly the Phase 4 or 5 characters, if you like them.
Yeah, Andres is right. It's about what your expectations would be for like the Marvel Zombies, concept. Like it's right there.
Yeah, and don't expect it's not a faithful adaptation of the Marvel zombie story. It's just loosely adapted. So
Yeah, it's very different than the original Marvel Zombies concept.
Yeah,
The Kirkman Marvel Zombies, the zombies actually talk.
Yes.
Like they maintain their ability.
Yeah. Exactly.
All his zombies can still talk and act as their characters and stuff like that after they become zombies.
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember what else happened, but yeah, no, Jeff has some point about that.
That's the whole like slant to it, is that the zombies are actually the Avengers, and the good guys, and they're all like, like they're really Peter Parker Spider-Man, but they're zombies.
Yeah, this show's not using all the not even the main popular characters that Marvel used. They're using like a lot of the lower key characters from like Phase 4 or 5. But yeah, so far is okay. You're not missing much, sir, and like we're almost wrapping up next this Wednesday coming up, so that's gonna be good. Yeah. All right, so that's it. Thank you guys for joining me. This was a blast. Thank you, Luke, for joining me. Let me do the plugs right now, sir. Let me share my screen with your channel, and talk about what you have right now, and talked about what we did last Tuesday, which is cool.
Yeah, so at the Franchise Addicts on YouTube, we finally got a YouTube page. I think the last time we were talking with you, Jeff, we didn't have one of those yet. So we are on YouTube as the Franchise Addicts. We go live for our episode recordings now, Chris and I do. So we usually try to do those Tuesday nights. So we're going to be doing live this Tuesday night, Army of Darkness, because we were on the Evil Dead series. So that's going to be a bunch of fun. But yeah, Andres and I covered Evil Dead 2. We ended up splitting it into 2 parts. The first part, we talked through Evil Dead 2, ending with a great story about Andres watching it with his dad. And then in the second part, Andres and I just basically talk about movies and the movies that we love and then rank them.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a pleasure.
Oh, and I'll just plug one more thing, just because it's something outside of what I normally do. I got to link our TikTok to this, but on Instagram, I posted the same thing to our Reels. It's a 1-minute video essay on the TV show The Leftovers on its penultimate episode. And then the music drop, God Only Knows from the Beach Boys, and how it impacts the meaning of the end of that series. So yeah, it's a 1-minute kind of video essay that I wrote and cut together the clips for, and very proud of it. So I'm going to try and do more of those in the future.
Awesome. I'm going to keep that in touch. And me, Jeff, are going to come back again in Luke's channel. So I'm going to come back in Evil Dead Rise. Yep. And I think we did have discussion that I'll probably want to come back again for the remake, the 2013 film, before the Evil Dead Rise. So I'll be back again twice. And I think Jeff as well is going to come up right in the
Jeff is on for the remake with you, Andreas. So you, me, and Chris, and Jeff talking through the remake of the Evil Dead.
Yeah. So, but I will support them. I hopefully I'm not busy on Tuesday. I want to pop up in the chat for Army of Darkness. That's another classic film that I mean everyone knows. And
my buddy that is going to be our guest on that is a complete goofball. So if nothing, show up to watch Sam just be insane.
that's the oh my god, that'll be industry pod/live stream Tuesday. But yes, please support Luke. He's a great guy, a movie buff fan just like me, and Cyber and many others from the guests we have for MC Bleed Edge. It's just a pleasure to know you, sir, and it's great to know another cinephile again, in our corners. And in terms of me, Jeff, and plugging the MCU Bleed Edge, so tomorrow night, of course, we're going to wrap up our Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon Season 3 wrap up for the finale, which is just aired today. So that's going to be a blast. I don't know who's going to guess. I guess it's just going to be two of us again, right, Jeff?
Yeah, just two of us, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to be moderating tomorrow night, so that's going to be awesome. Wednesday, of course, again, another wrap-up to another show, Marvel Zombies, Episode 4, so we're going to do that. That's going to be, okay, we're done. Now we can move on to do movies more or something else. But our next show we're going to review after Marvel Zombies is going to be It, Welcome to the Dairy, which is going to appear October 26th, so that's going to be awesome. Yeah, really excited for that. Friday, we're back again doing movie reviews. Is it my pick next, Jeff, or who?
No. We got. There's a couple movies to go until we get to your pick, sir.
Okay, yeah. So I think the next pick is yours, right? The Life of Dave Gale.
Life of David Gale. Yep.
Yep. So that's going to be our next movie review. Yeah. So that's it in terms of MC Bleach plugs. So thank you, everyone. Please support us and our content. It'll be just helpful to really increase our subscribers and just our awareness. It's very important to get us out there. And so we'll be back again next week with more content. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Yep.